Good afternoon, Raiders fans. Teams have done the warm-up. They're actually going to scrape the ice now. They had a ringette game beforehand, so they're going to put out the fresh nets and get ready for game time soon. We'll be back as soon as the ice scrape's done, and we'll get going with the Raiders hockey action. Well, good afternoon. We're live from the Father David Bauer Arena here at the University of Calgary as the Fire take on the Rocky Mountain Raiders. Anthem been played, players are getting back their helmets on and we'll be getting ready for action right away. Starting in net today for the Rocky Mountain Raiders, number 31, Hallie Lawrence. Sophie Lajeunesse starting, number 1 for the Calgary Fire. Raiders out there with Petam Shand, Ingram, Kaylee, Trotter, and Santos. Someone to take the draw. Raiders win that right off the bat. Chipped it up. Kaylee goes in on the in the middle ice. Gazer takes control, gets it across to Peyton Evans. Ingram in on the forecheck, gathers up a loose puck, shoots it back in deep, and Kaylee goes in. Lajeunesse goes out to play it, leaves it there for a defenseman. Peyton Evans up off the boards for the Fire. Forecheck there by Petam Shand. Petam Shand draws a penalty right off the bat. Emma Neff going to the box for 2 minutes for it looks like a hold. So Petam Shand with a good keep her feet moving shift, and the Raiders go on an early power play with 19:36 to go here in the first period.
Great start for the Raiders. Some good puck movement, some good feet movement. This is the battle of third place with the Fire sitting at 8 and the Raiders sitting at 6. So it should be a highly contested game.
Sidney Banco, Borbandi, and looks like Callie Klusen out to take the draw. Winning for the Raiders was Banco, Borbandi. Oh, wide open net. Gets deflected up and over. Just couldn't get it off her stick quick enough. But a great setup. Abby Borbandi over to her sister. Right back into the middle. Borbandi with a loose puck out in front. It's still loose, but the ref blows the whistle here. Juness had the puck for a brief moment. Raiders with a great start here on the power play. 1:43 to go. 3 shots already on that power play. Borbandi with a wide open net. Just put it off a stick out in front.
2 excellent chances by the Raiders that shift.
Raiders win this face-off again. Elliott circles. Gets it to Banco. Banco being bothered in the corner by LaPlante. Borbandi goes to pick up that loose puck out in front. And the Raiders are going to take a penalty. Looks like Klusen's going to take this one. As she jumped the player out in front, that looked like someone fell rather quickly. Could have been a little bit of an embellishment on that one, I think. But
pretty soft, I would say, yeah.
Klusen goes to the box, and now we're going to be even up for 1:29. So with that, 30 seconds of power play time, 3 shots, no goals, and we'll play 4-on-4. Wiltshire out there. Wiltshire wins the draw, gets it. Trotter chips it up and out, and 1-on-1 Ingram. Ingram enters the zone, with some speed, goes wide on Sarah LaPlante into the corner. LaPlante pinches off. Little scrum in the corner. Get used to my angles here on the camera. My apologies. And out skates the Fire. Ella Kitchen has it. And the Raiders take control behind their net. Trotter circles against some pressure, chips it up to her D partner, and it gets out into the center ice zone where Evans gathers it up. Goes over to Emily Straw. Emily Straw pinched off by Trotter. Trotter gets that puck behind the net. And Genesee Williams takes over. She puts a long stretch pass up. Welby has it. Welby goes back, D to D, but a giveaway at the line. And they shoot and score. First goal of the game goes to the Fire off a broken play at the blue line. Come away, and the Fire take a 1-0 lead. McKinley Nelson, Johnny on the spot on that rebound.
Yeah, rather unfortunate. The Raiders set up the pressure the whole game. They made one mistake and off goes for a goal on the Raiders. So got to get back into this game, keep them on our feet. Injured players for the Raiders tonight. Claire Hobbs and Krista Skirfield still out on injury.
Penham Chan scrambled the draw. She gets control of the loose puck though and comes into the zone. She stops against some pressure from Nelson, dumps it back in deep. And the Fire come control the puck. Bolger tries to get it out. Can't. Chipped up and out. And Penham Chan now with a chance. She shoots, blocked in front by Peyton Evans, and goes into the corner where Nelson gathers up the loose puck. Rimmed around the boards and out into the center ice zone where Elliott's going to gather that puck up. She fires a errant pass over to Borbandy, and she's going to regroup behind the net. Borbandy fires one to no one up on the half boards, and the Raiders now get it out. Chipped up, and Benko now one-on-one. Benko getting bothered from behind by LaPlante. And the Raiders get one onto net. La Jeunesse covers that puck up, and we'll have a face-off deep with 15 seconds to go in the Raiders' penalty.
Great job by Sydney Banco, all by herself, fighting off almost three players there. She, when she gets going, she's dangerous. So we're on the penalty kill now for 15 seconds.
Banco wins that draw, gets it back to Trotter. Trotter throws one D to D. Williams throws one through traffic, deflected. Goaltender knocks that into the corner, and the Fire now regroup. They throw an errant pass up off the boards. Trotter keeps it in. And that's going to do it for the power play for the Fire. Brief 30-second power play, gets no shots, and out skates Klusen out of the box. Klusen intercepts that puck at center ice, skates it in. Good to see her back in the lineup after that fall last week. And Lloyd Minster, there's a loose puck. Banco gets it out in front. Shot, deflected into the corner. Banco on the puck again. Chips it back to the defender. Santos tried to chip it into Borbandy. Borbandy couldn't get that puck, and the Fire control a loose puck. Comes into the center ice zone, intercepted there by the Raiders, and back they come. Dumped in there by number 15. Number 15, I think, is a call-up player. Back to the point for Elliott. Elliott, slap shot, deflected back behind the net by Yakachuk, and the Fire control it. Yonker gets it out to center. Elliott controls it for the Raiders. Off the bench, that's too many men. That's an easy too many men call that the refs missed. Girl is still on the ice by about 2 steps. Welby's battling hard, pokes that puck free, dumped in by the affiliate. Looks like that might be, is that Eason, the affiliate? Could be a Haley Eason there. Giveaway in the middle of the ice. And back come the Raiders, or back come the Fire, and they dump it in deep. Rimmed around the boards. Fire pick it up in the corner. They try and get the cycle going, but Borbandy's right in there alongside, looks like Williams. Puck comes free on the half boards. Fire control. Borbandy pokes that puck into the corner, goes long, gets it up and out. Jumped in deep, and Wiltshire's in on the forecheck. She's there, she wins that. Knocked out in front. Cross check down by LaPlante. Ref missed that one. And back comes the Fire. They get it up. Yakachuk skates it to center. Or Noonan, sorry. And Trotter now has it. She chips one off the boards, and Penham Chan has the line on Neff. Gets by. Neff gets that puck away from Penham Chan into the corner. And Kaylee's in on the forecheck. Good board play by this line, keeping their feet moving, keeping that puck in the corner. And the Raiders kick that loose puck, and Penham Chan gets control. Penham Chan gets it to the line. Santos dumps it back for Kaylee. Kaylee throws one into the mix right out in front of the net. Penham Chan in on the rebound. Goes back into the corner. Fire now try and regroup and get it out. They hit the line, get it to center, dumped all the way down. That should be icing, and it will be. So 14-22, shots on goal, 3-1 in favor of the Raiders. The one shot was a goal, though, in favor of the Fire. Kinley Nelson with a rebound. That should have been 2 shots. But.
The Raiders have all the pressure so far in the first period.
Banco wins that draw cleanly. Bourbandy gets it. Elliott right into the slot, throws one through. Bourbandy back to Bourbandy. Shot, deflected. Banco with a good stick, deflected that. Goaltender made the save.
Raiders doing a great job tonight, moving the puck around, looking at each other. We definitely have all the control on their end. Other than one mistake, this has been our period.
Banco settles in to take the draw. That one's scrambled. Bulger controls it for the Fire and goes D to D for Yonker. Yonker throws one all the way down the ice. That should be icing, and it will be with 14:01 to go here in the first period of play.
Raiders again doing some great job on the wall. The only option the Fire really have at this point has been icing the puck, and they've showed that twice in the last 2 shifts. So the Raiders doing an excellent job moving their feet, getting on bodies.
Bourbandy takes the draw. Scrambles Allen, pushes it forward, right into the feet. Shot through traffic, just whistles wide. Abby Bourbandy now gathers that puck as she pinches down, sends it back in behind. She got dumped. Ref's not looking behind the play much. And the Fire control it, get it around to the half boards. Straw for the Fire, tried to get it out, can't do so. And McKibben grabs a hold of that loose puck. Banco now circles against some pressure. She has it on the half boards. She's coming across into the slot, throws one through traffic, big rebound out in front. Raiders just couldn't get to it. And the Fire are forced to fire another one down the ice. And that's another icing. 13-24 to go here in the first period.
Again, as mentioned, really the Fire's only option right now is icing the puck. We've got all the pressure. We're moving, and that's Bourbandy, Banco, McKibben line. McKibben coming off two goals last week, doing a great job of putting some pressure.
Welby wins that draw. Fire control a loose puck, don't get it back to center. Trotter dumps it back in. It's offside, and we're going to have a face-off here in the neutral ice zone.
Nice to
hit Wiltshire in the back.
Nice to see McKinnon Welby back as well in the lineup. She was a missing piece for sure in our lineup, so we're just down to 2 injured now.
Welby in to take this draw. Scrambles that draw. Fire control it. Yakachuk enters the zone. Trotter on her, keeping her to the outside. Comes behind the net. Raiders going to gather up that loose puck, chip it up. LaPlante tried to keep it in, unable to do so, and the Raiders skated up. Dump it in, and Wiltshire's in on the forecheck. Good job by the affiliate player. And Wiltshire's in on that puck, and LaPlante comes away and pokes that loose puck free. But the Raiders with a good forecheck. Wiltshire in there, really forcing that puck, and again, the Fire just fire it down the ice for an icing. Some relentless forechecking here in the first period. The Raiders have all the pressure.
Do we know who the affiliate player is, Peter? I didn't see the game sheet.
It looked like Haley Eason, but I'm not sure.
That's kind of what I was thinking as well. She's having a great start.
Person in to take the draw. She wins that. Fire come over with a loose puck, though. And they skate out to center. Siobhan Sullivan had it. She's going to be way offside. McEwen in. But here comes Croson. Croson chips one by and goes in deep. That's not icing.
That's not ice.
There's no way that's icing.
Wow.
Wow.
Jeez.
Linesman not paying attention.
Definitely feel how the color crew feels about that one. Now, she was a solid 6 feet inside the red line. Unfortunate, but we go back to our own end.
Back foot was not even inside the referee box by the penalty box. Either way, it's a face-off in the Raiders zone. Fire control it. Neff dumps it in behind the net. Gazer back in there. Savon back to Neff. Neff through traffic. Hits someone in front. Clouston gathers that puck up, tries to chip it behind the net, unable to do so, and it goes back into the far corner. Sullivan battling there against Elliott. Elliott muscling through the player. Puck still there. Gazer tried to poke that puck free. Finally gets up and out, and the Raiders exit the zone. Neff pinches off Croson. She's not going to do the same against Clouston, though. That one gets by, and Gazer one-on-one with Williams. Poked into the corner. Williams does a good job to get that puck loose. Chips it up to the line, but not out. Bolger dumps it back in. Fire player in front, wide open. Can't get it to her. That's Ella Kitchen out in front. Raiders get control of that puck. Pedham Shan. Oh, that's a weird pass. And a good save by Holly Lawrence. Goes right up, straight up in the air. Comes back to the line. Fire with their first real pressure of the game. That's offside. 11:06 to go here. 5-2 the shots on goal in favor of the Raiders. 1-0 on the scoreboard for the Fire.
That's a pretty solid period overall. Just a couple of mistakes here and there. I did notice one other affiliate, like number 2, playing on left wing on the Klusten line. We didn't get the game sheet, so we'll try to update you on who those players are.
Fire win that face-off. Bolger dumps it, goes in deep, rims around the boards. And the Fire on the puck in the corner. Pass right into the slot. Great stick there by Benko. Comes to the line, but not out. Kept in. Right up to Borbandy. Borbandy in all alone. She's going to come in. Makes a nice move. And just a great save. The goaltender stayed with her the whole way. She outweighted the goaltender, but through the pad there. Comes right back to the line for Trotter. Trotter with traffic in front. Still sitting there loose. Big fight there in front. Oh, there's got to be a penalty.
Wow.
Yeah, there's a penalty right there for interference. You betcha. Someone had a hold of Benko's stick. Benko was there to poke that one free.
Great job by the Raiders, getting some pressure down low and drawing the penalty. Absolutely. Really, the Fire didn't have a whole lot to do other than push back. We're just waiting to see who's going to the box here.
Oh, it was covered. It's a penalty shot. It was covered in the crease.
Probably. That's
so we're having a penalty shot.
I thought he was calling interference.
It was actually a penalty shot.
Usually you got to put your hands a little higher over your head for that.
Yeah, it should be up here, not here. This is interference. Trotter out to take the penalty shot. So with 10:25, the Raiders with a golden opportunity to tie the game up.
Sydney Trotter, Mount Royal commit next year, third-year Raider. See how she does.
Takes the puck to center and skates in, slowly attacking the net. Shoots, and a good glove save by the goaltender. With that, the Raiders will go back and try again. 2 breakaways stopped here in the last 30 seconds of play, and a big scramble in front. Yeah. Sophie Lajeunesse bailed out her teammates there.
The Kaya Burbandy breakaway was unfortunate. Kaya had her beat. She just had to make one more little move, but great job by Kaya jumping on that puck and getting up the ice quick.
Raiders win that face-off, back to line. Elliott dumps it into the corner. Loose puck, though, gathered up by the Fire. They rim it around. Abby Borbandy keeps it in. She chips that one up off the stanchion. Still in. Wiltshire hard on that puck, along with, looks like Easton, the affiliate. Comes the line. Borbandy tried to keep it in, unable to do so, but she stands up. Nelson at the line. That's going to be offside. Elliott just jumped the gun there. Couldn't hold on to that puck any longer. And we'll have a face-off here in the neutral ice zone.
Well, the Fire pushing back a little bit the last couple of minutes, so we'll see what happens. The Raiders definitely in the first 8. Fire arguably maybe got the last minute.
Klusten scrambles that draw. The Raiders gather up that loose puck. But the Yakachuk comes away with a loose puck, and she enters the zone for the Fire. She comes across, fires a shot, pad save, rebound, and another good save by Holly Lawrence. So she hasn't been busy, but she's made a couple of good saves when she's needed to.
The Fire player pushing on the Raider goalie, and the Raiders definitely didn't like that. So an interesting shift here.
Klusten in to take this draw. Fire win it. Get it back to the line. Peyton Evans throws one through traffic. Lawrence with the save. Puts it to the corner. Fire in on that loose puck. Klusten getting pushed from behind by Yakachuk. Trotter in there as well. Trotter denied on that penalty shot. Back to Peyton Evans at the line for the Fire. Evans looking for someone to pass to. Throws it out in front. Big rebound. Lawrence spilled that one a bit, and that looks like there's a penalty coming up for the Fire. Dumped in deep, and that's going to do it. There's going to be a Fire player going to the box. It looks like for slashing. 200 feet from their own net. Hassenfras going for 2 minutes. A little bit of an undisciplined penalty there.
Yeah, Fire and the Raiders were just going back and forth, and luckily they saw the latter part of that, and the Raiders go to the power play.
You always hear the sound, then you go and you look and you see the second one, right?
Yeah, you got to be quick.
Pettem Shan wins that draw. Instant feet. Wiltshire comes away with it, gets it back to the line for Elliott. Elliott. Umbrella now. Loses the handle a bit on that puck, gets it to Wiltshire. Wiltshire throws him through traffic, thrown through the net. It's right there, and it's in underneath. And the goaltender lost her helmet. Referee blew the whistle. No goal on that one for sure.
Raiders' second line power play doing a great job getting pucks to the net. Simple off the top, like you say, on Peter mentioned in the umbrella, get the pucks to the top of the blue line and get the pucks back down deep and crash the net. Seems to be working so far. We're just waiting for the goalie to get her stuff all back on after losing her helmet. And we will resume play with Pettensham, Wilshire.
Pettem Shan wins another draw. The Raiders have been dynamite on the draw here, but that one skips out into the center ice zone, and Elliott comes away with that puck. She's getting bothered by Sullivan. Puts it back to Borbandy. Borbandy gathers that puck up. Throws a pass up to Pettem Shan. Pettem Shan bothers from behind, but dumps it in deep. Wiltshire in on the forecheck with Bulger. Bulger's going to gather that puck up, throws it around the board, not out. Pinching down was Elliott. Elliott. Oh, unfortunate pass. That sauce pass was just a little too much for Borbandy. She's got to come back to center ice. Borbandy circles it around, gets it up to Wiltshire. Wiltshire gets it back to Borbandy. She leaves it there, really for herself. Gazer's in on the battle. Gazer wins that one, but her pass goes awry, and Borbandy lost a little bit of an edge, but gets the puck out into the center ice zone. 1 minute to go in the power play. First power play line now out for the Raiders. Borbandy gets it to Borbandy. Chips one up. Hits Benko right on. Slides it in. And Juness is going to call that. Wow, LaPlante just drilled Benko after that play. No call on that.
Yeah, she's a big body, Sarah LaPlante, for sure, but arguably could have been probably a penalty on that for sure. Dangerous.
That was a little bit too much of a push after the fact. Benko's up though. Raiders get control of it, but comes out to the center. Santos and Trotter miscommunicate a bit. Santos has to go back behind the net for Trotter. Trotter to Santos. Hits back to Trotter. Trotter now with some ice. Throws it up to Clouston. Clouston enters the zone. Chips it up and around. Gets it right out in front. Pushed aside by the goalie. It comes back to line for Santos. Santos gets it down in deep. Borbandy on the puck. Goes cross ice for Trotter. Trotter throws one through traffic. It's laying out in front. Big scramble out in front. Just can't get that puck in. Another shot. Scores! The Raiders tie it up. A power play goal with 1 second to go in the power play. They just outnumbered the Fire players out in front, and that'll do it to tie the game.
Sidney Banco cleaning up the garbage in front of the net. Dangerous player, but all three were deep down low, and those pucks, when they come up from the top back in, are always chopped the track by that goalie. And you know what? The rebounds have been plentiful tonight, Peter, and I think that's one thing the Raiders got to capitalize on down low, is getting there and banging in those pucks.
Absolutely.
1 second left on that power play when the Raiders scored.
I had 4 shots in that flurry. Goalie just couldn't find the puck to cover it up. And there was a penalty upcoming, by the way. So there was a delayed penalty. So actually, it is going to be a call. So LaPlante's going to the box because it was a power play.
Wow. Yeah, his hand was up technically, so I guess technically she gets 1 second left. Or no, she's going for the full 2. So it actually cleared off. The timekeeper still had a little bit of time up there, but the refs made the call. So great news for the Raiders.
So a power play goal, and we go right back on the power play. LaPlante in the box. Aaron pass. Fire clean that up and get it down the ice. Nelson in on it. Peyton Evans tried to get that puck, but comes to Neff. She's going to turn and try and get this puck out of the zone for the Fire. She's being bothered there by Welby. Welby got away with maybe a little bit of a high stick there. And Evans gets it over, and the puck goes down the ice. Board-Bandy on it. She goes D to D. Skips over, takes a funny hop, skips up to Ingram. Ingram, strong on the puck. Gets that one over to Pedam Shan. Pedam Shan's going to enter the zone. She has Yonker there on her. Turns against some pressure. Still with the puck. The Raiders now set up on the half boards. Ingram gets it back to the line. Goes D to D for Santos. Right in between her feet. Got to be a little cleaner on those passes. Comes back to the line. Santos gathers that puck up. Throws it through traffic. Pedam Shan just missed the tip. Cycle now. Back to the line. Santos gathers that puck up. Gets it over to... Back to Santos through. Right out in front. Pedam Shan just missed that. And it looks like a 2-on-1 brewing here for the Fire. Nelson looks for that puck, calls for it, shoots. And the Raiders clean up that. Holly Lawrence with a good glove save. Keeps that puck alive. And the Raiders now are going to regroup back in their own zone with 30 seconds to go in the power play. 5:36 to go here in the period. That's going to be icing as the puck hopped over Board-Bandy's stick on the long stretch pass. 24 seconds to go in the Raiders penalty, or the power play. 12-7 the shots on goal, 1-1 on the scoreboard.
A little bit of a push back by the Raiders after that goal. Pretty good start to the power play there. We had some puck movement, we had some shots, and again, those rebounds are going to be a factor tonight.
Fire win that draw, comes out to center ice. Neff gathers that puck up, gets it over to Crooks. Crooks bounces it off the board, and Genesee Williams gathers it up, gets it over to Trotter. Trotter with a long stretch pass, read easily by Crooks, and she enters the zone. Williams loses her stick. Board-Bandy gets it up to Klusen. Klusen now with some speed, has Benko with her. Benko stretches across, gets it back to Benko. Benko with a nice move, goes by Crooks, and she's tripped up. No call there. That was the easy trip. Kitchen tries to get it to the line, but not out. LaPointe exits the penalty box and saved by La Jeunesse. Puck goes up in the air. Abby Board-Bandy keeps it into the zone, and she tries to get that puck deep but can't, and out skates LaPointe. LaPointe with some speed for the Fire, enters the zone, tries to get a puck to net, unable to do so, and Pedam Shan gets it behind the net. Chipped up into the corner. Fire on that puck though. Hassenfratz tries a shot, sinks some skates, and now out comes Pedam Shan. Ingram tried to chip that one up, unable to do so, but keeps on it. Gets that puck into the neutralized zone and pops it free where the Raiders take control at center ice. Elliott has it. She's being bothered by Hassenfratz. Hassenfratz with a full stick around her. Ref might be tired of calling those little minor hooking calls in the neutralized zone, but that's for sure one. Anytime you go horizontal with your stick like that, that should be a penalty. Trotter gathers up a loose puck as the Fire cleared it down the ice. Goes D to D. Dangerous pass into the skates. Yakachuk gets it. She fires. That one's off a leg. Trotter blocked that. And it goes into the corner. Pedam Shan chipped up and out. Klusen on the puck. Unable to do it. Number 2, our affiliate, gets that puck in. Evans circles against some pressure though for the Fire. Skates it out. Long stretch pass for Hassenfratz, and Lawrence is going to cover that one up with 3:42 to go. Trotter got dumped at the end of that play. Ref might have to have a little chat with some of these players.
Well, one line that seems to be doing really well with the blue line tonight is the Pettensham line. Pettensham, Kaylee, and
Ingram.
Ingram. You know, that's a new line we haven't seen, and they're doing a great job.
Raiders get control off a scrambled draw and outskates Wilcher. Wilcher puts a puck up behind, looks like Eason. Eason going into the corner, throws it back into the far corner, and Board-Bandy goes down to pinch. Gathers that puck up, puts it around the other corner. Raiders trying to keep it in, unable to do so, and it skirts out. Sullivan now for the Fire, skates at the center, she puts it up to McEwen. McEwen dumps it in, and a little ping pong puck gets out. The Raiders chip it up and out, get it out of the line. Welby gathers up a loose puck, shoots one off the boards, and that's going to go all the way down the ice. No icing. 3:03 to go here in the period. 13-8 the shots. Eason doing a good job of the forecheck. Comes away with a loose puck. Right out in front. Oh, it just hit a skate. That would have been a great chance for Kaya Board-Bandy to have a shot right from the slot. Shot through traffic, gets blocked. Benko gathers up that loose puck. McKibben calling for that puck right in the slot. Just got a stick and couldn't get a shot away. Back into the corner. The Raiders with some great pressure here. Kept in at the line. McKibben now on it, gets it to Benko. Benko tried to make a move and had her stick held, unfortunately. And up comes Straw for the Fire. She dumps it in, not far enough, and the Raiders come away with that puck. Boardman with some speed. Hits McKibben. McKibben throws one out in front. Boardman, he just couldn't get a hold of that loose puck. She chips it back to the line. The defense were changing. Williams gets that loose puck back into the zone. Fiala dumps it up, and LaPlante now with some speed comes in. Shot, that one's blocked. Puck still fumbling around out in front of the net. Petimshan grabs a loose puck. Puts a nice sauce pass up to Ingram. Couldn't handle that, unfortunately, but Kaylee was right there to pick that loose puck up and dump it back in deep. Petimshan now in on Nelson. And it comes to the line and out into the center ice zone where Elliott gathers it up. Boardmandy has it. Back behind the net. Goalie tried to stop it. And Nelson gathers that loose puck up. She's gathering some speed up. Good poke check there by Clouston, and that's going to be offside. Raiders dump it in. 1:22 to go here in the first period. A 1-1 tie, but the Raiders have had a ton of pressure here in the early going. That one deflects down deep. Trotter's going to have to go back and retrieve it back in her own zone. She's out there with Santos on the defense. Trotter getting some pressure. She gets dumped. No call on that. Wow. That was pure interference there. That was a pick play. Comes out in front. Neff had a chance, but she was skating the wrong direction, and she dumps it back in the corner for Kitchen. Kitchen battling hard there. Comes out in front. Puck still bouncing around. Gets behind the net. Clouston doing a good job to tie everyone's stick up and keep that puck out of the danger zone, and now Crossan comes up. She tries to exit the zone, unable to do so. Santos has the puck, and she's going to get checked from behind. Entire group of Raiders out there right now with 25 seconds to go. They could use a change. Fire with some pressure. They're going to throw one out in front. A great back check by Crossan. Lifted that stick up at the right moment with 16 seconds to go. Raiders keeping him to the outside, but they got a tired group out there for the last 10 seconds. Neff has it. Shot through traffic, blocked by Trotter. Trotter going to reverse that play, and that should do it for the period with 2 seconds to go. Neff not going to get a shot away with Peyton Evans. With that, the first period ends with a 1-1 tie. The Raiders out shooting their opponents 13-10, but really outplayed them throughout most of that period.
Yeah, the Raiders definitely had the pressure. I would say probably 80% or 90% of that period. Really, the only reason the Fire even had a chance is we just kind of made a couple of mistakes. Just a few little, maybe talking cues or a few little try to be fancy plays around our net process. And that's the way it goes. So hopefully we can clean those up for next period and continue on with the same pressure.
With that, we'll take a break and we'll let you enjoy the soothing sounds of the Zamboni for the intermission.
take control. Past the blue line. Got some tight camera issues here, sorry. Puck all the way back to the Raiders' end. Pluston Santos. Pluston out to take the draw.
Up comes the line. Back into the center ice zone. Fire gather it up. Yonker loses the handle on it. Easton dumps it in deep. Fire control it, get it off the half boards, and they're going to try and exit the zone, get it up the center, dumped it in deep. Boardbandy back to gather that loose puck up. She goes back behind the net, leaves it there for Elliott. Elliott with her head up. Skates it up out of the zone. Has a little bit of room to move here. Enters the zone. Knocked off her stick into the corner. She's going to go down on the forecheck. McKibben back covering her off at the point. Comes back, poked free. Right out in front of the net, LaPlante gathers it up to the Fire. She looks for a long stretch pass. That goes all the way down the ice. No icing. Nelson in on the forecheck. She gathers that puck back to the line for LaPlante. Goes D to D. That comes out of the line. Oh, almost breakaway there for Benko. That would have been dangerous had that puck squirted free, and Elliott controls it back behind her own net. She's poked from behind, and Nelson gathers that loose puck up. But Boardbandy gathers that up and dumps it to center ice. LaPlante. D to D. Comes into the zone. Nelson dumps it in. Boardbandy gathers that puck up. Hits Ingram. Ingram checked from behind. A good stick lift there by the Fire player. And it comes up to Yakachuk. Yakachuk with some speed. Comes in, enters the zone. Poke check there by Pettem Shan. Pettem Shan has been all over the ice today. Back checking, forward checking. Just doing everything you need to do to keep that puck away from your own net and creating chances of getting it to the front of the net on the other end. Benko gets that puck out. She skates out to center ice, hits Pettem Shan with some speed. She enters the zone. She has Ingram with her driving for the net. Pettem Shan throws it towards the front of the net. Ingram was right there, just couldn't get a stick on it. The Fire get it out. They come back 3-on-2. Yakachuk, nearing the end of a shift, dumps it right out in front, hopped over Hassenfrat's stick and goes into the corner. Back in behind the net, Trotter going to play it. Gazer off the bench, gathers that loose puck up. There's a stick in the corner, had to avoid that. And Ingram gets the puck out. And she dumps it down deep, and that's going to be icing by the Fire with 17:31 to go here. Face-off coming up deep in the Raiders zone.
Well, the Raiders struggling a little bit in the first few minutes. Got to get back going here and get talking and get moving our feet. I think that's basically just came up a little flat. Start of the second. Fire has had most of the pressure to start the second period.
Raiders win that draw. Welby won it, got it back in behind the net. Gazer's going to gather a loose puck in the corner though. Sullivan paddling, pokes a loose puck in free for Gazer. Good pad save by Lawrence though on the shot by Gazer. She cycles that back into the corner. No penalty there. Santos gave a little pressure, gave a little bump in the back. Gazer comes away with that puck. Another wicked backhand shot by Gazer. That one just goes wide. Welby gathers that puck up, gets it up off the boards, and Wiltshire's going to gather that up and try and go in all the way down, but that's going to be icing. 16:53 to go here. 13-11 the shots on goal.
Well, the exact opposite of the first period. First period, Raiders really had all the pressure and the Fire ice and the puck. Now the tables have flip-flopped here. So hopefully we can get some pressure going and get some lines rolling and some chemistry working.
Boardbandy gets that puck up to Easton on the half boards. Easton's going to try and skate it out a bit. Comes out into the middle of the ice, gathers some speed up. Has Noonan on her. Noonan with a slash from behind. Wow, got away with that one. Fire come away with the puck. LaPlante gets deflected up into the air. Noonan's going to gather that puck up. Straw was calling for it. Wasn't able to get it. Some good sticks at the line. Madison Potts, the affiliate wearing number 2 here for the Raiders, almost stole that puck. Pluston now gets that into the zone. Pluston with a hard shot blocked by blocked by LaPlante out in front and out skates Noonan. Gets it up to Straw in the middle of the ice. Houston tapped that loose puck. And Potts tried to get it into the zone. Fire dump it back in deep. Reversed all the way up to the boards. Chipped into the zone. McKibben was offside, unfortunately. As he tried to get in the zone, just got tipped by the defenseman. Peyton Evans doing a good job of getting a stick in there.
Absolutely. We did do a little bit of homework in between the periods, and Peter is right. 15 is Haley Easton, and number 2 is Madison Potts, both called up from assuming the elite team out of Okotoks.
McKibben on the puck in the corner. She has it behind the net. She's circling, looking for Benko out in front. Gets it to the point, though. Trotter keeps it in, dumps it off the half boards for McKibben. Hopped over his stick, and Neff gets it up on the half boards. Dangerous pass out in front to Straw, but it worked. And out skates Crooks. Crooks, dispossessed by Borbandy, the captain, puts a stretch pass up, hits Benko in stride. Benko and McKibben and Borbandy come in. Benko throws one through, rebound out in front. McKibben puts it in! Again, go to the net and good things happen.
McKibben's third goal in 2 games.
Straw, but it worked. And out skates Crooks. Crooks, dispossessed by Borbandy, the captain, puts a stretch pass up, hits Benko in stride. Benko and McKibben and Borbandy come in. Benko throws one through, rebound out in front. McKibben puts it in! Again, go to the net and good things happen. Interesting note, that play started with a great back check by the captain, who started that play, got it up, and then followed up with some speed back into the zone. Fire get the draw, but they dump it back into the neutralized zone. Borbandy dumps it into the Fire zone. Bulger chips that one up. Shot, rebound, loose puck back out in front. Oh, Pedham Shan still there. Oh, the Fire lucky just to clear that and get it down the ice. That's not going to be icing, as there's some good draw weight on that. Elliott getting bothered by Hassenfras, but she out-muscles her, and it goes back in the corner, and Abby Borbandy is going to gather that loose puck up. She gets it to the line and out into the central ice. Hassenfras tries to get it in, gets it up, dumps it in, and looks like Borbandy's back to gather that up. She chipped it up to Ingram. Ingram gets it up and out to Pedham Shan. Pedham Shan up to Kaylee. Kaylee going to dump that in deep, and the Raiders go on a change. Wiltshire now out there along with Welby on the forecheck. Fire get it up, dump it in deep, and that should be icing. 14-10 to go here in the second period. 2-1 in favor of the Raiders.
Well, after a slow start, the Raiders certainly got back going again, and it's all led by the captain, Kyra Borbandy, making some great plays. She seems to really get this team going when she wants to skate. I think the whole team kind of rallies around her, and I guess that's why she's wearing the C.
Interesting things happening here with my box, so we're just going to take a quick break from the live action. Raiders have it on the half boards. Get it out to center ice. Welby chips it up. Croson throws it in. She got tripped up, but she threw it towards the net, and we'll get a face-off. 17-12 the shots on goal. 13:33 to go here in the second period.
I think the Raiders have found their key. They're definitely trying to get shots on net, anything close to the net once they get inside the blue line. I think that's definitely the key for tonight. Get those pucks down low and crash the net and look for rebounds, because there are a lot.
Raiders control that off the draw. Elliott looking for a lane, skates through, fires one through traffic, gets to the front of the net, throws another one towards the net. That bounces around in front, and the Fire come away with a loose puck. Neff getting bothered, dumps it in deep. Cluson going to go back in behind the net to gather the loose puck up. She's bothered there by two Fire players. And out skates Elliott. Elliott with a hot pass out. Tried to hit Potts, unable to do so. Neff runs a little interference there and knocks Potts off the forecheck path. Santos with a good step up in the neutralized zone to get that puck free, and the Raiders come away with a loose puck. Benko has it, throws one right out to the captain, Borbandy. Oh, a great save by the goaltender. Just got a piece of it. Borbandy was looking short side up high. Benko now on the puck. Raiders buzzing. Right out in front, just outside the outreach of Borbandy, back to the line. Williams has it in her feet, but gets it down to Borbandy. The Borbandy gets it to Benko. Benko throws one on. That deflects off in the corner. McKibben takes a rough ride into the boards. And the Fire skated out to center. They enter the zone. Neff throws one on traffic. That one gets blocked by Borbandy, and Benko has it. Benko skates it out. She's going to hit center ice, flip one in, and they're going to go for a change. Everybody changed for the Raiders, and Trotter gets it, dumps it off the boards. Pedam Shan dumps it in. Kaylee in on that loose puck. Kaylee gathers it up, tries to get it out in front. Comes back to the line. Pedam Shan. A pinch there by Trotter. Didn't work. Pedam Shan, though, the great back check. Good save by Lawrence, and she's going to cover that one up.
It's going to be a penalty on that play, but unfortunately, I think it was a weak one. Pedam Shan really just did a good job moving her feet.
Hassenfras went hard on the boards, though, and that what really drew the penalty. I think she just tried to keep moving and ran out of real estate.
Yeah,
Pedam Shan, I thought, had good position side by side, keeping a shot away from.
Either way, we're going to go to the to the penalty count. Welby coming out for Kaylee.
Welby and Ingram out alongside Santos and Trotter here on the penalty kill. 11:48 to go here in the second period. Raiders get control off the draw. Trotter trying to keep it on the half boards. Wasting a little bit of time there. She gets dumped. Wow. Nelson just absolutely slew-footed her. Ingram gonna lift that one up, try to get it out, hit a leg out in front. Trotter's gonna try again. She throws one up off the boards, and that one gets up to center ice. Yonker gets it to Straw. That one doesn't enter the zone, and they're gonna have to regroup. Yonker goes back. Ingram in on the bothering here in the forecheck. Nelson tries to gather some speed up. And she's gonna enter the zone. She comes into the slot, tries a shot, whistles that one wide. Santos gathers that one up. That one hit a player on the clearing attempt. She's going to hold it in the corner. Nelson pokes that puck free for the Fire, and Straw controls it back to Nelson. Nelson surveying the action from the half boards, puts it down. Straw to Nelson. Raiders content to have them play the puck out there with 1 minute to go in the power play. Nelson comes across the front of the net. She's looking for a shot. Comes back to the point. Bolger to Yonker. Yonker. Stick lifted. Trotter gets it to Ingram. Ingram's going to skate it out. And she fanned on that puck, but that's going to be enough to get Welby off the ice. And Klusen gathers that puck up, and now she's going to go for a little bit of a skate. Klusen wheels around, throws one towards the net, gathers it up behind the net, and leaves it there, and Bolger is going to gather that for the Fire. Bolger surveys the action from behind the net. McKibben and Klusen now out, along with Elliott and Borbandy, killing the remaining 20 seconds of this power play for the Fire. Nelson, who looks like she's been out there forever. Oh, and it just rolls up over the top of the goaltender. A little bit of a bouncy rebound, and they chip shot a rebound in with 11 seconds to go in the power play.
I think that might have actually went off one of our own players by the looks of it, but unfortunate for the Raiders again. I've had most of the pressure the last 5-7 minutes, and just a little bouncing puck, and we're back tied at 2.
Time of that goal, halfway through the game almost. Just over halfway at 9:58.
McKibben goes down behind the net. Fire picks up the puck. Borbandy with pressure. Elliott stops it on the blue line.
Elliott hits McKibben in the back. McKibben's going to go on the half boards on the forecheck here. Tried to keep it in, but Kaya Borbandy is going to go skate back hard and gather up the loose puck. She circles against a little pressure and gets it up into the center ice zone. Sarah LaPlante, the captain for the Fire, fanned on that puck. Has to circle back into her own zone, and out comes some fresh troops for the Raiders. Benko with a great poke check on the captain, chipped it up, tried to, and there's going to be a penalty. Yeah.
That's a good catch by the ref through bodies. I actually didn't think he was going to see that, but Sarah LaPlante, UBC commit, going back to the box for a bit of a hit on Benko.
Yeah, that could be a roughing or a boarding call. We'll see which one this comes. Oh, he's calling it a trip.
All right, well, 2 minutes just the same. It was more of a boarding or an interference call. So the Raiders go back to the power play. Pettensham, Ingram, And
Raiders get that puck off the draw, but it skips over the top of the defender. Trotter skates away from pressure, gets that puck up, but it goes behind Wilcher. Weak dump back to the line. Santos gathers it up, back to Trotter. Trotter goes back behind the safety of her net. Nouri there for the Fire on the forecheck. Hits Pettimshan, who gets it up to Ingram. Ingram enters the zone. Gets it back to Pettimshan. Pettimshan with a shot. That's blocked. Good try, though, to get a puck to net. Trotter surveys the action. She has a forechecker on her. Yakachuk gets control of that puck, but a good job by Pettimshan to poke that one. Hassenfras throws one across the face of goal. The Raiders a little loose on that defensive play there.
Just going to keep their feet moving early.
And a pass to nowhere there by Santos. Comes right back down the ice. 1:04 to go in LaPlante's penalty. Lawrence back there to set it up. Trotter circles it around and it's Abby Borbandi in flight. She gets it up. Benko enters the zone. Benko tried a chip pass through. That was blocked. And she gets the puck right back from Borbandi. Goes down in deep, right back to Benko on the half boards. Back to the line. Borbandi has it. She fakes a slap shot. Goes to Benko. Benko right to the side of the net. Right out in front. Borbandi cruised right through the slot. Unable to make a connection on that nice pass. 30 seconds to go here in the power play. Elliott gathers up behind her net. She's being bothered by Gazer of the Fire. Elliott surveys, makes a pass. Hits Kaya Borbandi. Up to Klusen. Klusen enters the zone. Unable to do so, but they clear it. Gathers up the loose puck. Puts it back to Borbandi at their own blue line. And hits Elliott. Elliott dumps it into the zone with 10 seconds to go in the power play. That one's going to be almost too many men. And Sullivan dumps it in for the Fire. Benko back to gather that loose puck up. Benko being bothered by Sullivan, but she has some speed and she ends up going all the way down the ice. Benko throws one through traffic, another rebound though. And the Raiders have to play defense now. Long stretch pass for Crooks. Good job by Williams to dispossess it, and Johnny on the spot to pick up the loose puck was Pettimshan. Pettimshan puts it into the open corner for Kaylee. Kaylee not quick enough to the puck, but gathers up that loose puck in the corner and puts it back for Williams. Williams trying to avoid the referee. Finally, the puck gets out in the center ice zone where the Fire regroup. They go back to Neff. Neff has it. Center ice tries to dump it in. That goes up and out of play. We'll have a face-off here in the neutral ice zone.
Well, the last couple of minutes has really been north-south the whole time, just end to end to end to end. It's been great hockey. Both teams making some mistakes. Both teams making some great plays. Both teams getting chances, really, so it's rather an exciting game the last 5 minutes of this period.
20-15, the shots on goal. Scramble draw off onto the boards. Fire control it. Easton on the check, though. She's out there along with the other affiliate, Potts, along with Clouston. Good back check there by Santos. She puts it up. Potts has a break. She has it. Full complement of players. Nice shot. Big rebound out in front. Santos gathers that up, puts it back in deep. Eason in the corner. Eason pokes that puck free. Potts in there as well. Potts and Eason playing hard along the boards. Shaw looking for a call, not getting one. And it's going to be a race. It looks like Santos and Yakachuk. No, not Yakachuk. It looks like it's Noonan. Noonan circling the net, couldn't get a shot away back to the point. A little bit of a wiffle ball shot, patted aside off to the half boards, and out skates the Raiders. Clouston had it checked off her puck, and Kitchen dumps it in. And looks like we got offside. Yeah.
The Raiders got to get back to moving their feet a couple of times in that last shift there, and several just can't seem to get their feet moving. And against this fast Fire team, you're going to get yourself in trouble. So I'm sure Coach Borbandi is talking about that in the bench. It's a game of closeness, shoulder to shoulder, stick to stick. That's the way we work.
Welby scrambles that draw, but the Fire control it back at their own blue line. They get it up. Wilcher comes away with a loose puck and a great play. Fakes a slap shot, goes wide, dumps it back, hits Williams. Williams throws one just wide of the net. That bounces around. And outskate the Fire. Fire have a little bit of speed entering the zone. Borbandi back there. She chips that puck back into the corner, goes back in behind the net. A couple of players out in front. Luckily, some good sticks by the Raiders keep that puck out to the outside. Borbandi gathers up a loose puck, Oh, a bad hop off his skate. Comes right to Yakachuk. And looks like Nuri just rifled that one right up over top of the net. Slap shot by Yonker, blocked and sent out. And now Carlson hard on the forecheck. She's there against Bulger. But Carlson dumps that off her stick, and Yonker's now going to have to regroup. The captain putting some pressure on there, but the Fire gathered up the loose puck and skated out. Yonker has it. She's going to try and enter the zone. She has a 3-on-2 there. Shot. That one whistles wide. Sarah Gazer, an under-18 Team Alberta player, just shot that puck wide, and Sierra LaPlante, the captain, dumps it back in deep. Kaya Borbandi, the Raiders captain, gathers that puck up, puts it up off the board, and McKibben there, battling against LaPlante. She wins that battle and gets it out to the center ice zone. Fiala gets dispossessed by Benko. Benko is going to get a penalty. Wow.
Yeah, that is really unfortunate.
That was a bad turn by the defenseman that we just took advantage of.
Benko beat her to the puck. Bailey Fiala went to kind of turn backwards and just kind of tripped. And unfortunately, from the referee's standpoint, that was
right zone. Fiala gets dispossessed by Benko. Benko is going to get a penalty. Wow.
Yeah, that is really unfortunate.
That was a bad turn by the defenseman that we just took advantage of.
Benko beat her to the puck. Bailey Fiala went to kind of turn backwards and just kind of tripped. And unfortunately, from the
Crooks, Fire coming away with the puck. Nelson dumps it onto the far boards. Pettam, Shan, and Ingram out there. They've been dynamite this game. Straw has the puck, circling against some pressure from Ingram. Raiders content just to let that all happen out to the outside, and a weak slap shot goes back behind the net. Pettam Shan making sure Nelson doesn't get any angle coming across the front of the net. She has to circle back. She's looking for that shot into the slot. Pettam Shan gets that loose puck and dumps it out into the center ice zone. 1:22 to go here in the penalty. 3:30 to go here in the period. Fire into the zone. They've got a little bit of a 2-on-1. Nelson out in front. And a great back check by Elliott. Just got a stick on that.
Yeah. They look a lot similar to me, Trotter and Elliott.
Abby Borbandi comes away with a loose puck. She shoots it. Gets it all the way down the ice. 57 seconds to go in the penalty kill for the Raiders. Gleason in on that penalty kill. Didn't want to overcommit down in the corner on the penalty kill, but Shaw gets it up on the long stretch pass, and she enters the zone. Will she hold up? Yes, she does. She hits Nelson. Nelson's been out here the whole time on this power play. She's just looking for a shot, and that's it. Genesee Williams gets it to the line, and Peyton Evans has to regroup for the Fire. 30 seconds to go now in Benko's penalty. And Evans has to circle back against some pressure. Gleason doing a good job. Welby now out along with Borbandi. 20 seconds to go here in the penalty. 2:28 to go here in the period. Comes up into the center ice zone. Welby comes away with that loose puck, and she circles that back. And Borbandi now hard on it. She might win a little bit of a race against Neff. Both of them are fairly speedy though. Neff comes away with it. Oh, that was a penalty.
Well, I think that might have been the makeup call for the last one.
Yeah.
So
Welby now comes on with that. She's going to circle back against the pressure. The ref, again, gets his skates in there and causes a turnover. Lawrence is going to cover that one up for safety, and the Raiders will regroup and get their line straight here after that penalty. 1:57 to go in the second period. 21-16 the shots on goal.
Well, great penalty kill by the Raiders again. They've been keeping the Fire to the outside. Other than Nelson skating around looking for a shot, they really haven't had a whole lot of pressure on their power play. So back to even strength.
Scramble draw. Fire get control of it. Comes onto the half boards, thrown out in front. Cleared away from danger by Elliott. Back to the point though for Yonker. Yonker with a cross ice pass, and that comes out into the neutral ice zone. Chipped up. Yakachuk enters the zone. Tries to go by Kaylee. Still controls the puck. Gets it over to Nuri in the far boards. Nuri gets it back to the point. Kaylee out there. That one hits someone in the back. Yakachuk threw one towards the front of the net. And Nuri hard on the forecheck.
A little bit of pushing down low.
Dumped Santos, but Santos skates away with no damage.
One thing we've been really struggling with this period is the passes. We've been missing the stretch passes. We've been trying to do a few cute passes, and it'll get you in trouble against a strong Calgary Fire team. So hopefully we can tighten that up.
McEwen gathers the loose puck off the draw back to Yonker. Yonker throws one through. That one goes to Sullivan in the corner, though, as it was deflected. Borbandy, with some good strength, gets that back to the point. McKibben tried to get it up and out, unable to do so, but Borbandy throws one back up off the glass. McKibben there with a good push, gets to the line but not out. And that's going to be scooped up by the goaltender. And we're going to have a face-off deep in the Raiders zone with 1:04 to go. That was going wide. I don't know if that was a shot, but
yeah, Lawrence saw that one the whole way. There was no question she had that one. Fortunately, the Raiders' first line not getting a whole lot of traction on that last sequence, so hopefully we can get something going here.
Raiders win that draw. Williams gets it back behind the net for Borbandy. Comes back to the other Borbandy, and she gets it around for Benko. Benko now chips it by a pinching defender, and in comes McKibben. McKibben now goes wide on LaPlante, circles back against pressure, dumps it into the corner. Benko has it. Benko skates away from LaPlante, tries to move, gets dumped. No call on that. Comes to the line and tipped in by Williams. Williams tries to keep it in. Kept in at the line by Borbandy and dumped around. And Abby Borbandy now in on the pinch. Potts keeps it in. And she's going to be Johnny on the spot to grab that loose puck. She throws one towards the net, doesn't make it there, comes back to the line for Trotter. Trotter throws one towards the net, and the goaltender's now going to cover that one up.
Again, the key to the Raiders this period has definitely been trying to get some shots at Lajeunesse and hoping those rebounds come up, and both of our goals have come from rebounds, so definitely makes sense.
Good things happen when you drive to the net.
The affiliates both out for the last 15 seconds.
Cloose enough to take the draw. She gets that off to the side. Santos battling hard against the boards. 8 seconds to go. Raiders with one last chance out in front. Puck in! The Raiders score! Wow!
Haley Easton got that one, I believe. The affiliates both out for the last 15 seconds.
Close enough to take the draw. She gets that off to the side. Santos battling hard against the boards. 8 seconds to go. Raiders with one last chance out in front. Puck in! The Raiders score! Wow! The goaltender. So the affiliate with a late goal and gives the Fire a 3-2 lead. Tied up. Make sure this period ends at center ice. So a great end of the period again. Good things happen when you throw towards the net. We did, and we got rewarded with a goal.
Well, we started out a little slow. The Fire definitely had all of the pressure in the first 5 minutes. The girls turned it around, and I would say it was pretty even, pretty back and forth. The Fire had some good shifts, and we had some good shifts, but the key, obviously, is the rebounds in front of the net. Just putting pucks in that blue paint seems to be the key for the Raiders in this period. I didn't hear all of the assists on that last goal. We do know that Haley Easton scored it.
I think it was from Santos and Trotter.
That would make sense. Came from the defense down the wall.
Yeah, Trotter kept it into the line, got it over to Santos. Santos got it into the corner and threw it towards the front of the net. Easton put it away. So with that, we have an exciting game here in the Father David Bauer Arena. We'll take a break here for the Zamboni, and the Raiders will, I don't know why we have a penalty up on the board, but
It's gone now.
it's gone now, okay.
It's gone now.
Mike, do we have a penalty that I missed?
Keepers are just testing us up here.
All right, with that, we'll take a break and we'll come back after the Zambonis. Then it's All right, we're back for the third period of play. It looks like there's still a couple of minutes to go here before they're going to start. Raiders just coming back on the ice, led by Hallie Lawrence. She's made 16 saves here. 20 saves for Sophie Lajeunesse going into the third period. The Raiders up 1 goal.
It's not like a goalie that to not have the goals correct or the shots on goal correct, but she's actually made 18 saves, Peter.
No, she hasn't. She's made 16 saves on 18 shots.
Yes, you're right. rookie up top.
Rookie mistake by the non-goalie parent.
That is exactly right. It's just fun making fun of goalie parents, really. Well, we're back to the short change again. Last period we had the long change, and it does make a difference in a rink like this. The forwards are changing almost in the offensive end, so tough for offsides and tough for defensive changes.
20 minutes on the clock, third period, getting ready to go. Borbandi in to take the draw. She wins that draw, gets it back. Santos goes D-to-D for Trotter. Santos with an assist on the goal there. Benko takes a little bit of a rough ride by Jakicek, but it goes in deep. Up off the half boards, tried to pinch down with Santos, and we got a little bit of a race here. Trotter, and that should be icing. No, they're calling they won the race. Jakicek on the puck for the Fire, or yeah, Jakicek. Jakicek wearing an A. That shot comes through traffic. Lawrence deflects that off into the corner. Jakicek on the puck. A couple of 12s battling it out in the corner. Trotter and Jakicek. Trotter gets it free. The captain, Borbandi, loses that puck. Wet ice behind. The ref should have not started this until that dried. Flipped up. A little bit of a break here. Oh, and Benko just was carried in just a little bit offside. Borbandi couldn't hold the line with 19:06 to go here in the third period.
A little bit of a slow start again for the Raiders, but we got a little bit of pressure in the latter part of that shift, so it takes momentum into this shift.
Klusen out there with Potts and Eason. Scramble draw. Raiders get control of it. Borbandi, good second effort on that draw by Klusen. And Borbandi tucks that puck in deep. Evans jumps it to an open side, and Elliott's going to pinch down. She gathers that puck up. Pinched off by Sullivan, though, and goes back in behind the net for Evans. Evans goes to net. Up off the half boards, Borbandi with some good pressure. Tried to keep it in. Gazer gets dispossessed, and she's battling hard here at the line. Borbandi gathers that loose puck up and dumps it back down deep in the zone. Allows her defensive partner to get off the ice. Comes to the line but not out. Williams keeps it in. She's coming through. Tries to get a shot on. That one hits the net. Sticked aside by the goaltender. Croson now gathers it up. Gets it right back. Little pitch and catch with Trotter. Croson loses the handle though. And back come the Fire. Kitchen with a shot. That one was off the side of the net. That was a sneaky fast shot by Kitchen. And it goes back in behind the net, and Williams is going to try and gather that puck up. She pokes it up, unable to keep it in, or unable to get it out, and it goes back in behind the net. Trotter battling with Welby. Welby gets a stick on that, but it deflects right to a Fire player, and now that comes out. And finally, the Fire get it to the line, but not out. Yonker keeps it in. A little bit of pressure here by the Fire. Kept all the way to the outside, though, in a long shot, easily seen by the goaltender. 17:37 to go.
Well, the Raiders just struggling with the simple things in that shift. Just lots of time. I think that's where their partners need to be telling them what's going on. The winger on the half wall had ample time to make the play, but rushed it, and the Fire held it in.
Pedam Shan wins what seems to be all of her draws this game. After the puck's being thrown in so haphazardly out in Lloydminster, seems like we're much better today, and it's showing on the face-off circle. Raiders are doing a great job, and that's a penalty coming up. Ingram got body checked. And Lauren Yonker going to the box for 2 minutes for body contact. She threw a hard charging forecheck though by Ingram, really caused that turnover and a penalty. Raiders go on the early power play here in the third period. Pedam Shan scrambles that draw, Fire control. They throw it up off the boards, and that skips over Elliott's stick, comes all the way down the ice. Eason out to play it. She leaves it there for Santos. Ooh, right into her feet though. Comes right across the face of goal. McKinley Nelson looking for that loose puck. She puts it all the way back. Kaylee now in on the forecheck. 1:41 to go here on the power play. Adam Shan gets a stick on that. There's a lot of overskating of pucks. This puck seems to be bobbling a lot here in the early goings. Benko enters the zone, throws one out in front. Adam Shan tried to get a stick on it, just behind her. Comes out. Goaltender out to stop it up for Trotter. Trotter circles her net. Hits Borbandi. Borbandi now surveying the action. She skates it up, enters the zone, throws a pass over to her sister. Kai Borbandi tied up, but still gets the puck into the corner. That was rimmed all the way out, all the way down the ice. Trotter's going to go back and get it. She's hard in there against Yakachuk, but Borbandi gathers up the loose puck. She throws a long stretch pass up, hits the captain, Kai Borbandi, enters the zone offside.
Well, unfortunate. That was a great look. Passed almost across. In the old days, that would have been a two-line pass, but that's a great look, great spot for Kai Borbandi to be in, and she got that. But this bobbled it as she went across the blue line for a whistle.
Great stick by Bulger just to cause that offside. McKibben throws a shot at net, goes after her own rebound. Has Benko out front, goes back to the line for Borbandi. Borbandi on the half boards, now settles it. The Raiders set up in the zone with 40 seconds to go on the power play. Hits Borbandi on the half wall, gets it back to Santos. Santos throws one through traffic, and that's patted aside. Elliott to Santos, outside the zone, and that's going to be offside. And we're going to have a face-off here in the neutralized zone. 25 seconds to go. She sold that one really well. Linesman was a little late.
Not going all the way down, so we're going to stay.
I thought that one was going to come all the way back.
It probably should have, you're right.
Clouston wins the draw, gets it back, goes D to D. Elliott, Hassenfras hard on that forecheck. Good play by Wiltshire to skate hard, and that's going to be icing. A little disorganized here by the Raiders. We're going to have a face-off in our own zone.
Again, those passes are getting us today. The pretty passes and the passes just a little bit off in the feet, a little bit too far away. Hopefully we'll clean those up for 15 more minutes in the third period.
Face-off coming up. Looks like Welby in to take this draw. She wins that one. Williams puts it behind the net. Trotter controls it. 6 seconds to go. This should do it for the Raiders power play. One last rush. Williams puts it up, hits Wiltshire. And now we're back at even strength. Neutralized zone, battle. Trotter comes, or Clouston comes away with that loose puck. And in skates Wiltshire. Wiltshire gets in the zone. Welby in on the forecheck. Comes to the line and just out. Wiltshire comes away with a loose puck. She's battling. She throws one to the net. She gets thrown down from behind, no call. And the goaltenders covered that one up. And we'll have a face-off now deep in the Fire zone. 25-21 the shots, 14:56 to go here in the third period. Pedham Shan now out to take this draw. Wins another one. Comes right back out in front. Easton couldn't get her stick free. Pedham Shan tried to get it back to the line. Couldn't hit Borbandi, and she has to circle back in her own zone. Hits Elliott. Elliott puts one up. Chipped in deep. Oh, that took a tip off his stick. But it's going to be icing. Whistle's been blown. That definitely took a hop off someone's stick, that's for sure.
I didn't see that at all.
Everybody reacted like it did. And then the refs called an icing. Pedham Shan now with a defensive zone face-off. She wins another one. Elliott holds it into the corner, gets it back behind the net for her D partner. Hits Pedham Shan. She's going to chip it up. Hits Potts. Pedham Shan working hard right in front of the bench. And Eason enters the zone. Eason goes wide. LaPlante, though, uses her strength to push Eason off the puck. And comes to the line. Borbandi keeps it in. Easton unable to get it deep, though, and that should be icing. And it is. With that, the Raiders will have a face-off deep in the Fire zone with 14:06 to go here in the third period. 3-2 lead.
One thing the Raiders have been doing a little better today in their own end on their breakout. Lloyd was just jamming them down the half wall. Today they're looking for the centerman, and the defensemen are skating that puck much better.
Benko with a clean draw. Trotter gets a shot on net. Goaltender saw it the whole way. Linesman took a little spill. we'll have a face-off again. Penko in to try and win another draw. Gets another one onto the half boards. A little bit of a scramble. Bandy tried to win that, but Nelson comes away with a loose puck for the Fire. She throws one up to Straw. That was over right by her stick, and Santos goes back, goes D to D, and hits Trotter. Trotter, long stretch pass, misses everybody, and that's going to be icing. McKibben, I thought, won the battle to the line and was hard on that, but it's icing nonetheless.
I thought arguably Yonker could have got her stick out. She didn't even try to reach for that one. Usually they'll wave those off if there's no effort, but just the same, we're going back into our own end.
Raiders win another draw. Comes right to Welby, though, and she kicks it to the line. Neff keeps it in at the point for the Fire.
Penalty on the play.
Good hard play there by Wiltshire, and she's going to get a penalty. Calling it a head contact penalty on Wiltshire. She just was skating towards the puck. The other girl was sitting there.
I think that's
Welby. Wow.
Yeah, Welby.
It should have been Wiltshire. I thought Wiltshire was the one who skated through on that. With that, the Fire going on the power play with 13:33 to go, and hopes to tie it up. Out come Pettum Shan and Ingram, who dynamite on the penalty kill. All starts off with a face-off win yet again by Pettum Shan. Bandy gathers that puck up, throws it up off the glass, unable to get it out though. Comes back to the line, and a good second effort by Ingram gets it out into the center ice zone. And that's going to be a penalty? Are you kidding? Wow. This is good, actually. We'll kill less time on a 5-on-3. For the 9th time, we'll have a 5-on-3 against the Raiders.
Unfortunate, it was a bit of a hit and then a little bit of retaliation.
Calling it roughing. Ingram, I didn't think did much wrong there.
Yeah, unfortunately, she threw her hand up towards the face, and that's what the ref saw.
I didn't.
Not a terrible call, but at the same time, maybe take two of them.
So a 5-on-3 for 1:32 for the Fire. A golden opportunity for the tie of the game. Klusen out there along with Bandy and looks like Trotter. Another face-off win, but the Fire control the puck, just too many players. Comes back to line for Neff. Neff surveying the action. Hits Nouri, but Nouri loses the handle on it. She's got to be careful because the ref could be calling any penalty at this point in time on a 5-on-3. Comes over, LaPlante throws one out in front. Tipped back to the line. Luckily, Trotter had lost her footing. Good active stick out front by Clouston. Shot comes from the outside. That goes back behind the net. A great active stick by Bandy pushes that back out into the corner. 51 seconds to go in the 5-on-3. 1:17 to go in the second penalty, and 12:20 to go here. Fired wide, comes out in front. A good stick by Trotter, and Bandy's going to gather that one up. She's going to skate it, and she rifles that all the way down. Raiders are going to get a change in, as the Fire have to go back with 30 seconds to go in the 5-on-3. Up skates Peyton Evans. Evans hits center ice. She's going to set up in the zone. She's going to go along the half boards. The Raiders content just to get into their triangle. Elliott, Nouri, good stick there. Bandy and Santos with a great stick. Bandy cleans up the refuse, and 10 seconds now to go. That should do it for the 5-on-3. Welby's going to looking for instructions whether she's going to go out and play defense or if she's coming straight. Goes in deep, and that's going to be icing. Nice. So the Raiders get a break there. Killed off their 9th straight 5-on-3 this season.
It's the 10th, actually. I think we had 2 going last weekend. Either way, great job on the Raiders doing that. You know what? If you can keep the pucks to the outside, and a big mention on the active stick, it's really frustrating for the defenseman making passes when that top forward is moving their stick around.
Santos did a great job, got a free stick, and we were able to get a crucial clear. Fire, 22 seconds to go in the second power play. They enter the zone. Shaw enters the zone. She goes wide on Elliott, gets it out in front. Loose puck, goaltender finally finds it. It was under her pad. Her defenseman actually swatted it away. Gotta let the goaltender cover that one up, girls.
Great job by Haley Easton tracking that puck and staying with it when it was bouncing out front. She's been gobbling up everything tonight. That's unusual for her to have that many.
She had a grand total of 1 shot on that 5-on-3. That's the second shot of the power play. Back to the line. Kept in by Fiala. Goes onto the half boards for Kitchen. Fiala goes D-to-D for LaPlante, the captain, through traffic. Rebound spilled out. A great job, and that's going to do it. Lawrence with another save. Chipped up off the boards. You think the Raiders might be due for a power play, I think. Chipped wide by Klusen. Icing. Oh, wow. That's another call that's suspect.
Well, that one I would say was nice.
Oh, there's an interference call coming up. Who's it going against? So LaPlante's going.
I think
wow.
Held up Klusen a little
So
bit.
there was an icing, but LaPlante actually interfered with the girl going to gather that puck up. And so we're going to have a face-off. Should come outside the zone because it was icing.
Now they're going to take it outside the blue line.
Yeah, that's the right call. It should come outside the blue line on a penalty when it was an icing call. With that, the Raiders get a chance to extend their lead. Benko, Borbandi, McKibben out. First power play unit.
Ref and the Fire coach just having a little chat.
Ref didn't sound too happy with the discussion. Fire get control of the draw. Goes by Borbandi. She tried to field that like a center fielder. Went right over top of her glove. Trotter. Chipped up to Benko. Benko goes to an open wing for McKibben. McKibben chips it in. Just onside was Borbandi. Borbandi just avoided a hit. That's rimmed around the boards and going to go all the way down the ice. Trotter gave Nelson a little shove as she was trying to go by.
Nelson fell all by herself. 100%, that's why she laid there a little bit. She was laughing, you could see it. Girls having some fun.
Borbandi enters the zone. Kaya Borbandi fires one through traffic. That's laying out in front. Rebound cleared by the Fire, and they get it all the way down the ice with 1:08 to go here in the penalty. Straw hard on this forecheck. Good job by Santos just to take the man and not worry about the puck too much. Raiders squared it free.
A little bit of miscommunication there.
Looks like a little Keystone Cops there. There's four players, nobody wanted the biscuit.
There we go.
Head up, head up, head up. There we go. Oh, you had Pedamshand early and you didn't use him, and that's going to be icing on the Raiders. 9:32 to go here in the third period. 3-2 lead for the Raiders. Shots have tightened up at 25-27. 45 seconds to go in the power play for the Raiders.
Great job by Kaya Borbandi skating that out. She had girls all over her, tried to make a pass to Pettensham and just missed by an inch or two.
Pettensham in to take the draw. Wins another draw. Welcher gathers that up, leaves it there for a defenseman. Nori in on the forecheck. Nobody on the half wall for the Raiders. They kind of skated away going through the center. And up comes Elliott. Elliott's going to enter the zone. She's going to put it back to the line. Klusen has it. Klusen back to Elliott. Elliott hits Klusen again. They're going to switch places. Right back to Elliott. Elliott going to go, ooh, a dangerous play there. She misses that one. That one was going up for up top where they keep the peanut butter. That gets all the way down the ice. Hallie Lawrence out to play it. She leaves it there for a defenseman. Elliott being bothered there by the assistant captain, Nori. Pettensham gathers up the loose puck, and that's going to do it for the power play. Pettensham now leaves it for a defenseman. A little bit of miscommunication there. And out skates Elliott. Elliott gets it over to Santos. A little bit unorganized. I think the D partners are a little bit mixed up at the moment. Comes out to the center ice where Welby gathers it up. She's going to try and enter the zone. She gets it in, trying to go through a whole ton of players and manages to put it off to Ingram. Ingram hard on that forecheck, fresh out of the penalty box. Battling hard in the corner. This is a great time to call there's 16 players in the corner, and the ref should have blown the whistle there. The loose puck comes free. Williams chips it, can't get it by the wall. And out comes McEwen along with Yonker. Yonker falls. Kaylee gets the loose puck, chips it behind the net. Bad pass. Comes right out in front. Luckily, he couldn't hit anybody, and that one goes out into the neutralized zone. Raiders got away with one there. Errant pass by Kaylee. Comes up. And a good back check by Welby forces a loose puck back into the corner. Williams has it, puts it up off the boards. She had her person on the half boards. That's going to come right back out in front.
Great job by Haley Lawrence. angles that puck off behind her, but kept tracking it, and it came right back out to the side of her again. But the big story in the last couple minutes here is just the Raiders and the passes are just not connecting. I don't know when they're not talking. It just seems a little bit scrambly. Hopefully the coaches and staff can settle them down and get this going in the right direction, because we seem to be trying to make a lot of pretty plays instead of just the smart plays right now.
A little discussion between the captain of the Fire and the referee. Klusen out to take the draw. Scramble draw, gets pushed into the corner, Borbandy back to grab it. She reverses it to her D partner, Elliott. Looks like they've got their D partners figured out. Goes up on the half boards, chipped to the line and out. Oh, and that was almost off the races for Potts. Comes back into the zone. Fanned on a pass, but it made it up to Potts anyways. Potts tried to get it up, unable to do so, and it goes all the way down into the zone where Easton's in on the forecheck, out alongside Klusen. Goes off Klusen's leg all the way down the ice, and there's going to be a race. The speedy Noonan in on the forecheck, gets the puck free, comes back to the line. Crooks has it, leaves it for Noonan. Noonan has a good shot as well. She falls. Peyton Evans through traffic, comes blocked out front. Raiders trying to keep the pressure to the outside now. Neff puts that, has Crooks right in there. Good stick by Welby. And the puck goes back behind the net. Raiders can't clear this puck as Santos had a hold of it but couldn't get it to the line. Peyton Evans keeps it in at the line for the Fire, and she puts it into the zone. McKinley Nelson has it. She's going to try and go. That's outside. That's offside. Wow. Bet if we look at the camera footage of that, you would see white, that's for sure. Comes into the zone. Borbandy uses her strength to push through and grabs that loose puck. She tries a long stretch pass, and that's going to be icing, but that will relieve the pressure for the Raiders. Benko, McKibben, and Borbandy come out. Trotter and Williams.
A little bit of a scrambly shift there, for sure. Lots of, I honestly don't think they're not talking out there. They just don't really seem to know who each other are. But you know what, two affiliate players, it's a little faster than they're used to, so they're playing really well.
Scramble draw, Fire control it back at the line. They get it back in behind the net. Trotter gathers that loose puck up. She chips it. Couldn't get it by the forechecker. Tries again. Chips it up off the boards. Benko back to grab the loose puck, and she's going to skate it up. Tries a pass up. That hits Bolger, but in comes Borbandy. Kai Borbandy has McKibben out in front. Oh, just skipped over her stick. Good hard pass, though. Fire rim that around. Borbandy's going to win the race to the puck. Chips it back into the corner. Yonker plays it behind the net to Bolger. Bolger chips it up the boards. Straw gets a pass out to Crooks. Crooks skates to center, puts it in. That could be offside. That should have been offside. McKinley Nelson, always dangerous, gets another shot, and the Raiders get it up and out to the zone. McKibben lost the handle on it, and back comes Nuri. Nuri shoots, blocked, right back out in front. Fiala with a chance. And that goes wide. Shot, that one rimmed around. That was way wide, and Hassenfras keeps it in at the point. Comes right out, loose into the slot, and the Raiders now finally get it out, but they don't. Benko couldn't get it out. And now she's got the center, and she's going to dump it in. Fire, LaPlante gathers it up with 5 minutes to go here in the third period. 3-2 lead for the Raiders. 28-27 now the shots on goal for the Fire. They've really turned it on the last 5 minutes here, trying to press for the equalizer. Elliott gets that puck around the boards and gets it up. That should have been a high stick, but it wasn't. And the puck comes to the line, and finally they get it out. Welcher gets it to the far line, and it comes back to the D. Santos goes D to D for Elliott, back to Santos. Santos with a head up, makes a nice move at her own blue line, skates it in. Getting bothered from behind by McEwen. She holds it along the sideboards. Pedham Shandon there takes an elbow from Hassenfras. Hassenfras for sure going for a penalty on that one.
Raiders going back to the power play, and they're letting the clock run down a little too. Oh, a couple, 3 seconds, we'll take that.
So, Pedham Shan draws a penalty with some good, strong board work. Hassenfras with an ill-advised elbow puts her into the boards, and she's going to sit for 2 minutes.
Bandy electing to put out Blueston, Ingram, and Easton. Trotter and Abby were Bandy on the back.
Scramble draw goes into the corner. Raiders control on the half board, get it back to the point. Back onto the half board. Good play by Cluson to really seal that half board. Scrambly play, comes into the corner, Raiders control it. Easton gets that puck to Trotter, or to Cluson. Back to Trotter at the line, she throws him through traffic. That one's blocked by McEwen. Thrown back across goal. Ingram gets it into the corner where Cluson gathers it up, gets it to Ingram. Ingram reverses it, chips it, back down, and Easton has the puck on the half boards. Ingram to Trotter. Trotter, one-time shot. That didn't get all of it. Borbandy lost the handle on it, and a little bit of a race here. Trotter's going to win it. She should chip it just up the boards, and the Raiders turn it up. Cluson now gets it in. She has Benko with her. Enters the zone. Waits for some mates to come on board. Right back to McKibben. McKibben, wow. That was a 2-on-1. Yonker just absolutely tackled Cluson. No call.
Penalty's coming here. Not sure to who yet.
Penalty's on us, it looks like. 22 white.
Wow.
Caught a retaliatory penalty. I don't know how he calls that penalty.
I don't see that at all.
Yonker had two hands all over her. That was awful. Cluson having words with the linesman. So for 55 seconds, we're going to play 4-on-4. Benko and Borbandy out. Noonan and Sullivan respond for the Fire. Fire win the draw. Bolger gets it back. Yonker has it, who should be in the box. She throws one towards net. Hallie Lawrence finds that and covers that up. Unbelievable.
It's been a little both ways. We've had some bad ones. They've had some bad ones. That one was a bad one, unfortunately.
Considering there was a big elbow in the back, and then you call that where the one player is by all means having troubles, and Borbandy now has a 2-on-1 with Benko. Oh, tried to slide that across, and good play by the defenseman. And Bulger has the puck for the Fire. She throws it behind the net for Yonker. Yonker being bothered by Borbandy. Borbandy gets the steal, tries to get it to Benko, can't do it. Sullivan now gathers it up behind the net. She's going to try and skate it out. Great stick there. Benko really bothering everybody, and she's going to come away with a loose puck. Gets it into the corner. Rimmed around the boards by the Fire, and they're going to go in the power play in 10 seconds. Penham Shan gathers it up in the neutralized zone, and she's going to skate it back in. She's got McKibben going for the net. McKibben right out in front. Oh, a great pad save by the goaltender. A great play by both of them, and the Fire now are on the power play. 1 minute to go in the penalty to Cluson. Rimmed around. Borbandy gathers that puck up, looks for a lane, flips it up high off the glass, comes to the line, not out. And Lawrence there to seal a short side shot.
Well, great 4-on-4 for the Raiders. Borbandy and Benko doing some damage, and then McKibben comes out, just about snipes fourth goal in 2 games, second of the game possibly. She's been a force this year.
Welby up to take the draw versus Nelson. Welby wins that draw, gets it off to the side. Fire going to control it though, comes back to Fiala. Fiala goes D-to-D for the captain, LaPlante. LaPlante through traffic, gets blocked there by Borbandy. That one might have smarted a bit. It sounded like it hit right on the laces. But she's no worse for wear.
Off the netting, so the play's back on the right side of Haley Lawrence.
37 seconds go here in the Raiders penalty to Cluson.
Calgary Fire's calling a timeout. Going to do some talking to see if they can get something going here.
1:40 to go in the game. It'll be interesting to see if they pull the goalie here.
Raiders doing a great job controlling on the penalty kill. Winning, the big one is we've been winning the face-offs tonight. I don't know what we would be tonight, but we got to be 95 or 90% at least.
I was going to say we're well north of 80%, that's for sure. Penham Shand and Benko have been dynamite. Welby's been dynamite in the draws. Even when they lose them, they seem to scramble the draw and get control. Everybody's full effort.
So we'll see what Coach Borbandy does here. I'm sure that he's going to stick out some strong players here. We've got 1:40 left, killing 37 seconds left on this high penalty kill. We got Welby, Santos, Trotter, and Wilshire out. And we'll see what we can get done.
Looks like the goaltender's staying in. Oh no, she's coming out. Empty net for the Fire. They're going to press here with 1:40 to go for the equalizer. Raiders will have free shots at the net here for the next 37 seconds. Welby wins another one. Santos has it in the corner, and she's just going to hold it there. Fire come away with a loose puck. They'll get it back to the line. LaPlante throws one through traffic. That one deflects wide. Nuri back to LaPlante. LaPlante looking for a lane. Comes back to Fiala. Fiala throws it back across. Yakachuk through traffic. That one's blocked again.
Down.
Welby.
Oh, good job.
Can't gather up the loose puck. Goes back behind the net. Comes right out down the pipe. Fiala with a shot. Comes back to the line. Good clear by the defenseman. Yakachuk looking for a lane to shoot. Gets it back to Fiala. Fiala with tons of traffic. Whistles a high shot, and that's going to do it for the penalty. Kloofsen back out there. Empty net for the Raiders. Chipped out. Kloofsen now hard on it. She's going to win the race to the puck. Oh, and almost there for the Raiders. Fire now. 6-on-5. Noonan dumps it in deep. Raiders go back to grab it. Shipped back into the corner. Would have been better just to hold it there. Right out in front, they've got a couple of players, and Haley Lawrence gathers up the loose puck.
Haley Lawrence again, quick to jump on it, and really minimal rebounds tonight. And I think that's a big part of the game versus Lajeunesse on the other side.
36.1 seconds to go. Empty net for the Fire. Poor Bandy out there to take this draw. Fire win a rare face-off. They get it back to the line. That's right when they needed one. And Yakachuk's on the puck. Evans trying to cheat in from the point, looking for that point shot. McKibben doing a great job, battling hard on the half boards. McKinley Nelson comes away with the puck though, and she's going to look for a lane to shoot. She comes through, fires one high and wide. McKibben on that puck again. Does a good job to tie up. And now Elliott's got a free lane. She's tripped, and that's going to be a penalty.
7.6 seconds left in the game. The Raiders will go to the power play.
And more importantly, we're going to get an offensive zone face-off. Lajeunesse has to head back to the net. And barring any disasters here, the Raiders should come away with a victory. Poor Vandy up to take this draw on the power play. McKibben grabs that loose puck 4 seconds ago. She's just going to throw it in the corner. And that's going to do it. The Raiders win the game. Congratulations to Hallie Lawrence on her first Midget AAA win. A 3-2 victory over the Calgary Fire. With that, the Raiders improved their record to 2-2-3.
Yeah, the Raiders will now move into Seoul in third place with 9 points, and Calgary Fire is still at 8 points. So now St. Albert still sits in top without any updates from the rest of the games at 14. Edmonton's at 12. The Raiders move up to third place with 9. The Fire will drop to fourth with 8, and Lloyd with 5, and Red Deer with 3. So definitely some movement in this league. One nice thing about this league, having a daughter that played in the league last year, was that it seems like any team can win on any given night, and it sure makes for exciting hockey.
Classy move by Sydney Benko going and retrieving the game puck. I'm sure that'll be a nice souvenir for Hallie Lawrence on her first Midget AAA win.
Great effort by the Raiders overall.
Really thought they dominated the first period and really came away with a 1-1 tie. Was really lucky for the Fire.
The last game ended in a Fire win and a shootout. This game ends in regulation with the Raiders.
With that, we're going to sign off, but we're going to look forward to another broadcast tomorrow, the 27th, as the St. Albert Slash make the trek down from Highway 2. Hopefully they'll make it here. The roads are rather iffy today, is how I would put it.
They were a little interesting coming in from the north end of Calgary, for sure. It was total whiteout conditions, lots of roads, or lots of cars in the ditch, a couple of 10-car pileups, or at least one of them we saw on the way in. So I'm hoping the roads are a little better going north to get back home.
Lots of players on both teams have played together during their careers, so nice to see some camaraderie.
Lots coming over to see Coach Shelley on the Okotoks bench, as she used to be on the Calgary bench last year, and we scooped her up, and she's a great addition to our staff on the Okotoks Raiders.
With that, hope you enjoyed the broadcast, and we'll see you around next time.